welcome to our video on Samhain, All Hallows Eve and Halloween happening on October 31st, 2020. Saturn in Capricorn will be square Mercury retrograde in Libra, with a Scorpio Sun, a blood moon, as well as a blue moon in Taurus and Gemini Ascendant. Now, Samhain occurs at 6 p.m. on Halloween night using Universal Time Coordinated and Tropical Astrology. And Planetary Archangel Satan, aka Cassiel, is overlord of the ring planet Saturn, with Planetary Archangel Raphael ruling over Mercury. The astrology aspect of this causes Satan to clash with Raphael when it comes to privacy issues in regards to the details of litigation and legal documents. Now, with Mercury retrograde, there are sure to be misunderstandings between these two planetary archons. So understand that it's an astrological reason for these things happening, so that you will know when and which angelic forces to invoke for Samhain of 2020. We'll give you the Astrology Angels for all Zodiac signs, the Astrology Chart, Planetary Archangels, Zodiac Angels, Natural and Hourly Horoscope Houses, the Featured Planetary Aspect, Ascendant Stations, North and South Nodes, and Black Moon Lilith. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic. And this is a Readings by Rosemary angelic transmission. Regarding the Astrology Angel magical invocations and horoscope prediction method that we teach, it should be used with all mindfulness, since powerful forces of manifestation are unleashed. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Now, the Ascendant will be in Gemini on All Hallows Eve this year, bestowing the twins' abilities of charm and wit to any party or celebration, making your festivities the most fun it can possibly be. The Sun will be in Scorpio, creating an intense and seductive mood of allowing spirits from the nether worlds and the nether regions to pierce through the thin veil that exists betwixt the ethereal and physical realms. The Moon dwelling in Taurus will make sure that any spooky Halloween entertainment is done in a way that is scrupulous and secure, with partygoers kept safe at all times during any conjured up fright fest that you might have. The blue moon in October happens on Halloween night in 2020, since there was a late harvest moon on October 1st this year. The Samhain, or All Hallows Eve blood moon, is the name that Wiccans and neo-pagans call October's full moon. For it is a time of bloodletting for the tribes to capture, kill, and eat their prey. Colonial Americans and Algonquins named October's full moon Hunter's Moon due to their yearly hunting rituals and festivals. And now for the Samhain, All Hallows Eve, Halloween 2020 Astrology Angels Magic Forecast. The Sun is in Scorpio at 8 degrees 46 minutes in the 6th house here, and it is similar to the sign of Virgo the Virgin. The 6th house is similar to Virgo the Virgin of habits and health. Now, Scorpio is akin to the natural 8th house of birth, sex, death, and debt. The Scorpion's divine tone is I create. Planetary Archangel Michael visits habitation of Zodiac Angel Barchiel. So we have Michael of the Sun and Barchiel of Scorpio. Now, the moon is going to be in Taurus. So we have the moon here. The moon is in Taurus at 10 degrees and 12 minutes. That's going to be in the 12th house, which is analogous to the sign of Pisces, the fish of spirituality. Taurus is similar to the natural 2nd house of money and possessions. The bull's divine tone is I have. Planetary Archangel Gabriel of the Moon visits dwelling of Zodiac Angel Asmodel of Taurus. I'm going to pull in a little closer for you here so you can see it, and we'll just sort of move it around so you can see it here. And we're going to now take a look at the planet Mercury. Mercury retrograde in Libra at 26 degrees 45 minutes in the 6th house, which is akin to the sign of Virgo, of habits and health. Libra, the sign of Libra, is analogous to the natural 7th house of law and commitment. The scale's divine tone is we balance. Planetary Archangel Raphael of Mercury visits Zodiac Angel Zuriel of Libra. Then we also have Venus in Libra at 4 degrees 27 minutes in the 5th house, which is similar to the sign of Leo, of children and creativity. Now, Libra is akin to the natural 7th house of law and commitment. The scale's divine tone is we balance. And the Planetary Archangel Anael of Venus, aka Lucifer, the shining one, Hillel ben Shachar of Isaiah 14:12, also the bright and morning star of Revelation 22:16, also called the morning star in Revelation 2:28, visits habitation of Zodiac Angel Zuriel, and that is going to be of Libra, Okay. Moving to now to go to the planet Mars. The planet Mars. Mars retrograde in Aries at 16 degrees 24 minutes in the 11th house, which is analogous to the sign of Aquarius, of friends and reputation. Aries is similar to the natural 1st house of self and appearances. The ram's divine tone is I am. Planetary Seraphim Samael of Mars visits dwelling of Zodiac Angel Machidael of Aries, the ram. And next we're going to look at the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is here. And Jupiter is in Capricorn at 21 degrees 0 minutes in the 9th house, which is akin to the sign of Sagittarius, the archer, of life path meaning. Capricorn is analogous to the natural 10th house of social standing and fame. The goat's divine tone is I use. Planetary Archangel Sachiel of Jupiter visits the abode of Zodiac Angel Hanael of Capricorn. And moving to the planet Saturn, also here in the 9th house, we have Saturn in Capricorn at 26 degrees 12 minutes in the 9th house, which is similar to the sign of Sagittarius, of life path meaning. Capricorn, the goat. Capricorn the goat here for Saturn. Capricorn the goat is akin to the natural 10th house of social standing and fame. The goat's divine tone is I use. Planetary Archangel Cassiel of Saturn, aka Satan, the star of Remphan, mentioned in Acts 7:43, which corresponds to the star of your god Moloch, spoken of in Amos 5:26, visits habitation of Zodiac Angel Hanael, and that is of Capricorn. And then we're going to look at the planet Uranus. And the planet Uranus is retrograde in Taurus at 8 degrees 40 minutes in the 12th house, which is analogous to the sign of Pisces, of spirituality. Now, Taurus is similar to the natural 2nd house of money and possessions. The bull's divine tone is I have. Planetary Archangel Ariel, that's Auriel, visits dwelling of Zodiac Angel Asmodel of Taurus. So this is Ariel, Planetary Archangel Ariel of Uranus, visits Zodiac Angel Asmodel's realm. Okay? All right. And then we're going to take a look at Neptune. We have retrograde here as well for Neptune. We have Neptune retrograde in Pisces at 18 degrees 22 minutes in the 11th house, which is akin to the sign of Aquarius, the water bearer of friends and reputation. Now, Pisces is analogous to the natural 12th house of spirituality. The fish's divine tone is I believe. Planetary Archangel Asariel of Neptune visits the abode of Zodiac Angel Amnitziel of Pisces the fish. And Pluto. Pluto is in Capricorn, but it's direct. So Pluto is direct here on the 31st. And that's going to be Pluto in Capricorn at 22 degrees 40 minutes in the 9th house, which is similar to the sign of Sagittarius of life path meaning. Now Capricorn is akin to the natural 10th house of social standing and fame. The goat's divine tone is I use. Planetary Archangel Azrael of Pluto visits habitation of Zodiac Angel Hanael of Capricorn again at 22 degrees 40 minutes in the 9th house. Taking a look at the North Node retrograde. The North Node here, retrograde, in the sign of Gemini, the twins, at 22 minutes, 22 degrees, excuse me. The North Node is retrograde in Gemini at 22 degrees, and that's 6 minutes in the 1st house. That's the ascendant, the 1st house, okay? Which is analogous to the sign of Aries of self and appearances. Now Gemini is similar to the natural 3rd house of transportation and communication. The twins' divine tone is I think. Planetary Archangel Gabriel, who rules over Luna, this is the North Node of the Moon, and Zodiac Angel Umbriel presides over the sign of Gemini, the twins. Now, opposite of that, directly across, we have the South Node, retrograde, in Sagittarius, which is similar to the natural 9th house of life path meaning. The archer's divine tone is I perceive. I perceive. Sagittarius the archer. Planetary Archangel Gabriel, who rules over Luna, this is the south node of Luna, of the moon, and Zodiac Angel Adnachiel, which presides over the sign of Sagittarius the archer in the seventh house, okay? And directly across from the 1st house, okay? Now regarding the north and south nodes, the north and south nodes regarding the monthly astrology house calculations of Gemini and Sagittarius. With the north node in Gemini and the south node in Sagittarius, it becomes entertaining for people to be trained and to coach others to think faster and more innovatively regarding communicating for business services or just for our own enjoyment, and how to transport merchandise, produce, animals, or people from point A to point B. Now, north and south nodes of the moon are virtually always retrograde, moving into a direct transit on rare occasions in comparison to their usual retrograde transits, okay? So there's a few days this month that you can look at our other video on how we're going to look at all the different signs, all 12 zodiac signs. You can go ahead and take a look at the other chart that we've done. If you want to take a look at there's a few days this month. I believe it's the 8th and the 11th, and also the 20th and 23rd when these are direct. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Also, we're going to also take a look at the the present and past life incarnations. So the present lifetime versus the past lifetime, which is the karma is the past life. Now, according to the monthly North and South nodes respectively, the astrological formula for Gemini the twins, North Node, present incarnation, and Sagittarius, the Archer South Node past lifetime, is that a person who is able to recognize vast and profound truths and dimensions in their previous South Node incarnations, and will now in this lifetime be taught how to enjoy the amusements and interests of this current existence in the North Node. Now, regarding the hourly house calculations for North and South nodes, for Samhain, Halloween, or All Hallows Eve 2020 at 1800 hours. This was on Halloween, 1800 hours, or 6 p.m. using Universal Time Coordinated Tropical Astrology Chart. What we have is this places the South Node in the 7th. It places the South Node in the 7th house, and it places the North Node in the 1st house. So the 1st house has qualities of self and appearances, akin to the sign of Aries the Ram for the North Node. Again, this places the South Node in the 7th house, or the DC in the South Node in the 7th house, with attributes analogous to the sign of Libra, the scales of law and commitment for the South Node. Now, this places concerns about how one appears to oneself, as well as how one, as well as how others characterize appearances in regards to one's present lifetime, drawing from the past lifetime experiences of legal and obligatory commitments, because the 7th house. Now, moving along into Black Moon Lilith. We've done a special video on Black Moon Lilith between October 21st, 2020 and July 18th of 2021. Please look at that, because it talks about, we're looking here at the Black Moon Lilith mean average, but that video looks at that time period from October 21st, 2020 to July 18th of 2021. It looks at not only Black Moon Lilith mean, but it also looks at the Black Moon Lilith, or true oscillating Black Moon Lilith, in that time period. This one here specifically is for the Black Moon Lilith mean average on Samhain, October 31st at 6 p.m. specifically. And it will be in Taurus at 1 degrees 9 minutes in the 12th house, which is analogous to the sign of Pisces of spirituality. Now, Taurus is similar to the natural 2nd house of money and possessions. The bold divine tone is I have. Black Moon Lilith visits the realm of Zodiac Angel Asmodel of Taurus. Now, this transit causes issues of unbridled avarice and persecuting others to satisfy one's voracious carnal appetites, to contrast with being a martyr who is thrown into the poorhouse, and austerity due to the self-indulgence and positive and possessive carnality of aristocrats. So the possessive carnality of the upper aristocrats or elite. Now, balance must be found if sanity is desired at this juncture. So Black Moon Lilith, please see that video. It's very important, getting us to look at these kind of things. Now we're going to take a look at the ascendant. We have the 1st house is in Gemini at 12 degrees 56 minutes, the ascendant. The 12th house stretches from 17 degrees 33 minutes Aries to 12 degrees in Gemini at 56 minutes in Gemini. And the first house encompasses from this 12 degrees and 56 minutes Gemini in the Ascendant to 2 degrees 10 minutes in the sign of Cancer, the crab. Now, conjunctions occur in astrology when two planets are very close together at an orb of 8 degrees or less, placing them in the same zodiac sign or into the same astrology house, or both. Zodiac signs are always comprised of 30 degrees, while astrology houses are not always 30 degrees, but rather they vary, with some being more and some being less. So understand these houses, although these triangles are the same, notice that these coordinates are not all 30 degrees. So these houses actually vary in degrees, but the signs themselves, they always stay the same, because the signs themselves are what you're going to see here. These are each 30 degrees as we get into the featured planetary aspect. But before we do that, let me just tell you that we do have, before we look at the aspect, I want to just show you that we do have some other information for you here. If you want to go ahead and take a look at our charts here, we have all of these shown as far as the degrees. All of the planets on a scale showing you where the degrees are. We also have all of the houses. So we have Black Moon Lilith, Venus, Uranus. It goes from 0 to 30. We have Black Moon Lilith, Venus, Uranus, the Sun, the Moon, Mars, Neptune, and we have Jupiter, North Node, and we have Pluto, Saturn, and Mercury. Also, in the first, we have the first house, which we said were the second, we said where the 12th house was, the borders for the house. The first house, we gave you the borders up to the second house. Now, the second house is from 2 degrees Cancer 10 minutes to 19 degrees Cancer 1 minute, where the third house begins, and goes from that to where the fourth house begins at 7 degrees Leo 56 minutes, and the IC, that's the fourth house, and that goes to where the fifth house begins at 4 minutes Scorpio, pardon me, 4 minutes Virgo. Virgo looks a little bit, it's an M like Scorpio, but it's got a different mark on it than it doesn't have that little devil's tail. So the Virgo is 4 degrees Virgo 13 minutes, and that is for the fifth house. And the border of the sixth house is at 17 degrees Libra 33 minutes. And this takes us to the seventh, the sixth house is here in Libra, and 17 degrees 33 minutes Libra is the sixth house, takes to the seventh house, or DC, at 12 degrees Sagittarius 56 minutes, which takes us to the 8th degree barrier at, because the 7th house here, the 8th house barrier at 2 degrees Capricorn 10 minutes. The 8th house takes us to the 9th house barrier at 19 degrees Capricorn 1 minute. For this 9th house takes us to the 10th house barrier, or the MC, at 7 degrees Aquarius 56 minutes. Takes us to, for the 10th house, into the 11th house barrier of 4 degrees Pisces 13 minutes. Takes us to the 12th house barrier here, which we come full circle at 17 degrees Aquarius 33 minutes. All right, now we're going to take a look at, before we get to the planetary aspect, featured aspect, we want to take you to the general planetary aspects chart. Okay, this is the general for Samhain, October 31st, 2020 at 1800 hours, 6 p.m. UTC Tropical Astrology Chart. This is the aspects. We have the moon opposing the sun. We have the moon square the MC. We have Mercury square Jupiter. We have Mercury square Saturn. We have Venus trine the MC. We have the Sun is square the MC. We have Mars square Jupiter. We have Mars sextile the Ascendant. We have here Jupiter conjunct Saturn. All right. We also have Pluto opposing the Sun at this time on this day. This Halloween at 6 p.m. Pluto opposing the Sun. Pluto conjunct the Moon. Excuse me, I'm saying Pluto, but this is, I'm sorry. This is Uranus. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Pardon me. Pardon me, this is Uranus. This is Uranus opposing the Sun. Uranus conjunct the Moon. Uranus square the MC. Neptune sextile Jupiter. Neptune square the Ascendant. Pluto square Mercury. Pluto square Mars. Pluto conjunct Jupiter. And Pluto conjunct Saturn. That's all of them, okay, together. Excuse me for that. I had Pluto above last time, so I put it properly this time because it goes Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And then I was thinking Pluto because last month I had Pluto above the other one, so excuse me. All right, now we're going to go over our featured planetary aspect formula. Featured planetary aspect formula. And for that, we have for October 31st, 2020 at 6 p.m. UTC, we have Saturn. We have Saturn. We have Saturn in Capricorn. Saturn in Capricorn at 26 degrees, 12 minutes. Saturn in Capricorn here is going to be square Mercury in Libra, retrograde in Libra at 26 degrees 45 minutes. Okay? Now what does that do for us? What that does for us is it gives us Saturn. We have said that Saturn's angel is either Cassiel or Satan. And we have Satan here in Capricorn. Satan in Capricorn. So we have Saturn, the planet Saturn, here in Capricorn at 26 degrees 12 minutes in Capricorn here. And that's also associated with Cassiel, the planetary archangel, or you can associate with Satan. And in a square, here's a square line, planetary aspect formula. Mercury retrograde in Libra. Okay, so we have Mercury, the planet Mercury. So there's Mercury. And we have Mercury retrograde in Libra. Now, the angel, planetary archangel associated with Mercury is Raphael. And the zodiac angel associated with Libra is Zuriel. Zuriel is the zodiac angel. Now, where Satan or Cassiel, especially in the sign of the goat, because Saturn rules Capricorn. This Saturn in Capricorn, where this is regimented, controlling, grim, and tough when it comes to his clout and his popularity. On the other hand, square that, Raphael is loquacious, flexible, and inquisitive when it comes to legal matters. Libra, okay? With Saturn direct and Mercury retrograde the infernal Saturnine overlord becomes easily irritated with the mercurial questioning and seemingly indecisive actions of the messenger of the gods Raphael, or Mercury. This planetary aspect formula, this square, affords Saturn's planetary monarch Satan to demand that Archangel Raphael adhere to specific regulations in order for Saturn's status and fame to prevail in increase and importance. On the other hand, Mercury's planetary archangel will continue to present Saturn's government representatives with past legal contracts and treaties that provide wiggle room around said rigorous policies. Where Satan is demanding complete control and unilateral agreements, Raphael is fighting for balanced justice and even-handedness. Now also, with that said, the planet Saturn, associated with the tarot card of the world, we'll put that here because we have Capricorn and Saturn here. Saturn here associates with the world card, okay? And the zodiac sign of Capricorn corresponds with the tarot card of the devil. The tarot card of the devil here. All right? So remember, Saturn rules Capricorn. So the world rules Capricorn, okay? The planet Saturn rules Capricorn. So we have Satan ruling over Capricorn, okay? All right. Now, then we have this in a square, okay? So this combination brings a conflict of the ringed planets, Satan or Saturn, the ringed planets, constant universal laws, the constancy of the universal laws. There's a conflict of the universal laws challenging against the messenger of the gods, Raphael, insistence upon freedom of expression in Libra. Now, Venus rules Libra, but Mercury's here. And although Venus is a morning and evening star, the bright morning star, Mercury is one of the morning stars in a different fashion, but Raphael is the angel here. So the planet Mercury is associated with the tarot card of the magician. The magician. So the magician for Mercury. And we also have, as above so below, as below so above, and the emerald tablet of Hermes Trismegistus, who's similar to Mercury or St. Paul, or Thoth of Atlantis and Thoth of Egypt, okay? Raphael is fighting for balance and justice and even-handedness, as we said, and the freedom of expression against the legalities and the constancy. And Libra corresponds to the tarot card of justice. So again, this combination, and this ends up being a square. They end up being in a 90-degree angle, okay? And it causes, this angle of being a square, that Satan or Saturn is going to be all about constant universal laws, and that is going to be challenging Raphael's insistence upon freedom of expression and artistry. Now, please see our video entitled Tropical Astrology versus Sidereal Astrology, which is more accurate, for an in-depth look at the various arguments associated, with the various systems, because the various arguments that compare the actual validity of tropical, sidereal, and Vedic systems. Also, it takes a looky-loo at the new systems of 13 sign and constellational astrology. Now, the information found in this document and in this video is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. Please like, also tap the bell for notifications, share, subscribe, and make friendly comments. Thank you for joining us, and please join us again.